Alright, 6th graders, today we're continuing our look at percent problems, and today we're going to do that by looking at percent of change. In this particular lesson, you want to be able to solve problems involving percent of change. When we talk about the percent of change, we're talking the amount a number increases or decreases, and it's always stated as a percent. And a percent of increase is the percent of change found when a number goes up, and a percent of decrease is the percent of change when a number goes down. And we can find it using this formula. Basically, the percent of change equals the amount of change over the original amount. So let's look at a problem where we'd actually use this. So we're going to find each percent of change and round to the nearest percent if necessary. A store is selling a pair of jeans normally for $27, but today they're on sale for $20. What is the percent of change? So if we look at this, we're going from 27 to 20, so we know that it is a decrease because the price went down. To find the change, we're just going to take the difference between the two, so in this case 27 minus 20. So the price has changed $7, and we're always going to compare it to the original amount. In this case, 27. Now we're just going to take 7 divided by 27, which gives us 0.259, and then 259, 259, and so forth. But because we're rounding to the nearest percent, if we move our decimal point over 2 spots, that would make it 25.9, but that 9 tells us we're going to round up. So essentially, this is a 26% decrease because the price went down. Now I want you to go ahead and pause the video and see if you can try the next one on your own. So my original score on assessment was 37. Then when I retook the assessment, my score was 67. What is the percent of change? So this time we went up, so we know it's a percent of increase. Okay. Now we want to find the change. So I'm going to do 67 minus 37, which gives us a change of 30. I'm going to take 30 and compare it to my original amount, which was 37. Now I'm going to do 30 divided by 37, and I get 0.810. And then it's 810810. If I move the decimal point over 2 spots, it becomes 81.0%, or just an 81% increase. Now I actually also use percent of change when we're looking at finding discounts and retail prices. The regular price for an MP3 player is $79.99, but this week it's on sale for 25% off. How much would I pay if I bought the MP3 player this week? So first we have to kind of set it up like a percent problem. So if I do 25% off $79.99. So essentially, what is 25% of $79.99? So we have 0.25, we're going to multiply it by $79.99, and that's going to give us what our discount is. In this case, it ends up being $19.99.75. And I'm actually just going to leave it as that number. And now that's our discount. So I'm going to take $79.95 or 99, and I'm going to subtract out my discount, which was $19.99.75. And we get an answer of $59.99.25. But if I round to the nearest cent, that 25 is going to have us round down. So essentially I'd be paying about $59.99 this week if I bought the MP3 player. Now I want you to go ahead and pause the video and try this last problem on your own and see how you do. Winter Wonderland buys snow globes from a manufacturer for $9.20 each and sells them at a 95% increase in price. So we want to know how much they charge for their snow globes. We're going to start by finding 95% of 920. So I'm going to take 95%, which would be 0.95, times my $9.20 to figure out what 95% of that is. Which ends up being $8.74. Now, that's the additional part that they charge along with what they already pay themselves. So now instead of subtracting, I'm going to take my original amount, which is $9.20, and I'm going to add the $8.74 that they increased the price. And we get a final sale price of $17.94.